countdown commences. For the 12th time this year, the Raiders have a shutout. And for the first time ever, they'll be headed to Milwaukee to play for a chance at the state title. Your Kiel Raiders are the 2022 sectional final champions.
Now Pearsons, and the Raiders are going to run this one out. This one's over. We say goodbye. The Raiders are regional champs. Oh my goodness. 75-68. Kiel has won their first regional championship in 10 years. My goodness.
Do we dare squeeze for a win, Mitch?
Yeah, that's a tough decision to make.
Got some speed on third base. Third baseman playing even. Blatz delivers. That's exactly what they're going to do. Harlem, there! It's game over! The Raiders win on a suicide squeeze from Daniel Schmidt. It's going to be Shizzle. 3 from the logo. It's no good. Edelman's going to clear it and bring it home for the Raiders. Their first regional championship since 2008.
And with that, Madison, Wisconsin, you better get ready. So for the first time in school history, the Kiel Raiders will be moving on to state.
It has been a wonderful ride to be a part of, and guess what? We are coming your way next Thursday, Madison, Wisconsin.
The clock strikes 0 and it's official. The Kiel Raiders are going to Madison.
Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Kiel, Wisconsin. Today we have the second leg of the two-game series between the 9-6 new Holstein Huskies and the 9-3 Kiel Raiders. I welcome you all from the booth. I'm Miles Detroit alongside our great crew up here, Mr. Tim Velker, our PA announcer, and obviously Mr. Jerry Kiel on the scoreboard duties. So we have the Kiel Raiders and the Holstein Huskies. Let's start with the Huskies first. Took the first leg of the series on Tuesday, defeating the Raiders 7-1. As a team, the Huskies batted .370 average, 7 runs, 10 hits, 7 RBIs, only 1 strikeout in the winning effort. Some notable contributors on Tuesday for the Huskies were the sophomore Parker Zeebel batting .314 average, 8 runs. Oh, sorry, that's his overall stats. On Tuesday, he batted .667 average, 2 hits, 1 RBI, a double, and only 2 left on for the sophomore Zeebel. On the other hand, the junior Ethan Schmitz in the winning effort had a perfect batting average, 4 plate appearances, 3 at-bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, and an RBI in the winning effort. And others include Max Hellman, who is on the mound today, and Colton Doherty. New Holstein, 3 more games played than the Raiders on the season. And their strength of schedule, opened the year, lost 8-1 to the Panthers of Plymouth, beat Howards Grove 10-6, took both against Two Rivers, lost 2 non-conference games to Denmark and Kewaskum, split the series between Roncalli, sweeped Valders, lost a non-conference against Springs, sweeped Sheboygan Falls, lost to Amherst, and beat Kiel on Tuesday. Those are the Huskies. Now we meet the Raiders. A repeating theme for the Raiders has been falling short in the first leg of the conference series this year and then bouncing right back in the second game, and obviously they look to do that here this afternoon. On their schedule, strength of schedule, walk you through here. Open the season, nice win, 10-0 to the Tigers of Ripon, then splitting with Roncalli, beating Sturgeon Bay, sweeping Valders, sweeping Falls, beating Howards Grove with a nice week there with Sheboygan Falls and Howards. Lost the first game to Chilton, but then an incredible bounce back, beating the Tigers 11-2, and then obviously losing against New Holstein. So those 3 games, lost to Roncalli in the first game, then won the second, and then Chilton lost their first game and won the second. So I swear I could have sworn there was another one. They're hoping to do the third time here this afternoon against the Huskies. Tuesday, obviously not a great game for the Raiders. And the theme for that one was 7 combined errors as a team. Those errors come from Hunter Pitson with 1, Damon Van Wyck with 2, Stefani with 1, Milbrath with 2, and Schaefer with 1. But on a more positive note, I watched the Raiders practice yesterday. Seemed very positive, seemed very friendly. We're forgetting about the loss, moving on to the next game here this afternoon. And short memory, that's a big theme in baseball, and they seem to have it at practice yesterday. And then I get here today, I see Edward Lemieux already in the cage early, getting the work in for this afternoon. He's been struggling at the plate, struggled on Tuesday in the losing effort, so it's great to see him out there early in the cage as well. And with that, the coaches there meet. We will bring you to the sponsors of this game here this afternoon. Today's Kiel Raider baseball game is proudly supported by Premier Financial Credit Union, Todd Olick and New York Life, Gravel Pit Sports Bar and Grill, Kiel Booster Club, Signature Flooring and More, Dynamic Heating and Cooling, Bell and Health Titletown, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, Real Logistics, Yard 65 Brewery and Events, Kienbaum Services, Kiel Lounge, Albright Again LLC, Sargento Foods, On Point Financial Group, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Well, I'm a little ahead of schedule here. But yes, as I mentioned, 2 great teams. It's going to be a great game here this afternoon. Glad you could join us here from Kiel, Wisconsin. It's the Huskies and the Kiel Raiders coming into action. The Huskies 9-6, the Raiders sitting at 9-3. And the EW standings as of late, Chilton, New Holstein, the only remaining tie in the conference. There were multiple a few weeks ago. But those 2 tied with an 8-1 conference record for the crown right now, the conference. Following them, we have Kiel at 3rd, Roncalli 4th, Brilliant 5th, Valder 6th, Sheboygan Falls, and 2 Rivers 8 games behind 1st at the bottom of the conference. And we'll have this broadcast today here on Thursday, and then Saturday, Brandon and I will be back in the booth as the Raiders take on Port Washington here from Kiel High School. Be a great game as well. Non-conference on a Saturday. We don't get many of those in the season, so be a great weather, great day, great atmosphere for some baseball. So, as I mentioned, a little ahead of schedule here. I am a solo show as well too, so gotta fill as much air as I can. But once we get on with these starting lineups here from Mr. Velker, the national anthem, we will just about set for action. On the other hand, the Huskies, they take on Kiel here this afternoon. And then Saturday, they take on Campbellsport. And then next week, they take on Kiel this week, and then Chilton next week. So 2 tough series. They're back-to-back Kiel this week, and then the Tigers follow the next week. So we introduce both teams here. Some notable contributors for this Huskies team. Parker Zebel, one of them being Landon Floyd, another big one. Ethan Schmitz, Max Hellman, Colton Doherty. Some big contributors in Tuesday's effort and in general. For the Raiders, on the other hand, the 3 captains, Hunter Pitson, Cade Velker, Aaron Stefani, some other contributors then Caden Milbrath, Owen Schmidt, and Edward Lemieux of many. Both these teams, not a lot of depth on their team. Kiel's got a shorthanded roster, but a stacked lineup. Every single one of them gets lots of time, lots of effort. And for the Huskies, they have a big roster, but they don't go very deep. So it should be an interesting one here this afternoon, depth-wise. Feel free to tune in the Facebook as well. Try to give you a shout-out throughout the game. Let's see if Miller already commented. Don Mankey rooting from Crivets for her Kiel Raiders. Very nice. Glad you could join us. But we are just about set for the national anthem. We wrap up the starting lineups here from the PA up here in the booth. Should have went live a little later. I'm a solo show, a lot more air to fill, but let's send it down to the PA, Mr. Tim Velker, for the national anthem.
We ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the singing of the national anthem. Tim and Jerry will get you started, and then you will join in. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A great national anthem from Mr. Jerry Kiel and Mr. Tim Velker. And let us get started with today's starting lineups. First, for the Huskies offense, we have at the first spot, number 32, Colton Doherty, a junior. At the 2, Landon Floyd. At the 3 spot, number 4, the second baseman, Parker Zebel. At the cleanup spot, number 23, Ethan Schmitz, a junior. At the 5 spot, we have Jacobs. At the 6, on the mound today, the senior, Max Hellman. At the 7 spot, number 2, Ben Schroeder, the senior. At the 8 spot, Pop. And rounding out, we have Schaefer. On the mound for today, it's one and only senior captain Cade Velker coming in with a 1.27 ERA, which is third in conference and best on the team, followed by that 5 wins, which is 8th in the state and first in conference, and then a grand total of 60 strikeouts on the year, which is 6th in the state and first in conference. Obviously, first on the team as well. He's a great man on the mound tonight for the Raiders. And in the field, behind the dish, the junior captain, Aaron Stefani. Third base, the senior, Hunter Pitson. Shortstop, the junior, Colton Schaefer. Second baseman in place of the sophomore, Brady Kienbaum, we have the junior, Caden Milbrath. Rounding out the infield, the first baseman, senior, Owen Schmidt. And in left field, the freshman getting the start this afternoon, Liam Murphy. The center fielder, Ben Gross. And rounding it out in the right field, we have the senior, Edward Lemieux. Perfect timing here. We are just set here for baseball from Kiel High School, the Huskies and the Raiders. Here we go, the second sweep of the 2-game series here this week. The Huskies took the first on second. Raiders looking to bounce back. Here we go. Velker, first pitch. A hit to start it from Doherty. Milbrath doesn't make the play. And now we got a pickle to start the game. And they got him in the pickle. An interesting start here to start it. Milbrath tried to get it over to Schmidt over at first. It was low for Schmidt, but then they get him in the pickle for the first out of the inning. And now Landon Floyd will step up for the Huskies, coming in with a 317 batting average, looking to bounce back after the first out. Floyd, the junior here on this Huskies team, a swinging strike one to start the at-bat. Well, a very interesting start here to this one from Kiel High School. A pickle to start the game, but the Raiders nevertheless get their first out of the inning. An inside ball one from the senior captain, Velker. And you see many shifts here in this Raiders defense with Velker on the mound. Kienbaum gets taken off second. Stefani behind the dish. And Milbrath over to replace Kienbaum. There's a foul ball to the right side for strike 2. Like I mentioned, Kiel looking to bounce back. A very tough loss on Tuesday. The theme I mentioned, the 7 combined team errors for the Raiders in the losing 7-1 effort. Swinging strike 3, drop ball. Stefani will make the play over to Schmidt for the second out. And quickly, 2 outs here with none aboard in this top of the first. Velker looking to start with a 1-2-3 inning. Now stepping up will be Parker Zebel, man on the mound in the winning effort. With 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, giving up 1 run, 1 strikeout in the winning effort on Tuesday. There's an inside ball 1 to start the count. 1-0 to Zebel from Velker. On the way. And a safe there at first. Beats the throw. So it'll remain 2 outs here with 1 aboard. And the Huskies get their first man aboard here. Some delay there at the start. I forgot to switch the delay from the soccer game on Tuesday night. A 0-0 tie. I was on the call with good friend Troy Sager. A 0-0 tie between the Raiders and the Sheboygan Falls Falcons. There's a strike 1 to start the at-bat. And it will be number 23, Ethan Schmitz, the junior, leading the team with a 383 batting average. Velker checks on Zebel. A high ball 1 to even the count. 2 outs, 1-1 with 1 aboard here in the top of the first inning. Zebel gets his lead. Velker sets. Checks over, delivers. Foul tip back into the man behind the dish, the junior captain Stefani. Velker jumps ahead, 1-2 in the count. Stefani walks that ball over, out to Velker on the mound. Yeah, right. I like it. Sometimes it's not all about baseball. Gotta make some plans after the game. 1-2 count to the cleanup hitter, Junior Schmitz. Velker delivers. Hits Schmitz. It's going to be a dead ball, and now 2 aboard here with 2 gone here in this top of the first. Zebel on second, Schmitz on first, and now the 5-hole hitter, Owen Jacobs, will step in, looking to do damage and get up early here in this top of the first. Jacobs coming in with a 324 batting average, 3rd on the team, entering this game here this afternoon. Jacobs gets the sign over there to head coach Corbin Thompson. As the girls' soccer game begins over there to the left of the turf. Takes a strike number 1 here to start it. Velker delivers inside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 2 outs with 2 aboard here in the top of the first. Velker looking to get out of the inning. Looking to immense the damage here to start. Velker checks over on Zebel on second. Just high of the zone for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Jacobs. Jacobs in the winning effort on Tuesday, batting .250 in the win. Just misses the zone for ball 3. Two aboard, two gone, a 3-1 count here to Jacobs. Would be a big person. Strike number 2, I was going to say, be a big person on board here. Load up the bases with 2 gone here already in the top of the first. Huskies looking to do damage. Full count, 2 outs. Velker checks. Here it is. Foul ball here to the right. You can already feel the nerves here, and we're only in the top of the first inning. The classic rivalry between the Raiders and the Huskies. The Raiders looking to bounce back after an embarrassing loss on Tuesday. Here it is. A shot to Milbrath. Makes the play, chucks it on over to Schmidt to end the inning. Huskies scoreless. The Raiders immobilize the damage. Bottom of the first. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
The countdown commences. For the 12th time this year, the Raiders have a shutout. And for the first time ever, they'll be headed to Milwaukee to play for a chance at the state title. Where Kiel Raiders are the 2022 sectional final champions.
The rebound, Pierce Arts, and the Raiders are going to run this one out. This one's over. We say goodbye. The Raiders are regional champs. Oh my goodness. 75-68. Kiel has won their first regional championship in 10 years. My goodness.
Do we dare squeeze for a win, Mitch?
Yeah, that's a tough decision to make.
Got some speed on third base.
Welcome back to Kiel Raider Radio here. The starting lineup for the Raiders offense. We started with the senior Cade Velker, led by the junior captain Aaron Stefani. At the 3, the shortstop Colton Schaefer. The senior Pitson in the cleanup spot. Diakshing Tegan Schley in the 5. Owen Schmidt at the 6. The junior Ben Gross at the 7. The other junior Kata Milbrath at the 8. And rounding out the senior Lemieux. On the mound for this afternoon, the senior Max Hellman coming in with a 4.20 ERA, 2 wins in his resume, and 28 strikeouts on the year. Backing him up in the field, we have behind the dish Jacobs, followed by Schmitz on third base, Papa at shortstop, Siebel at second, Schroeder at first to finish the infield, and left field, Landon Floyd, the junior. In center, Doherty, and right is Schaefer. My apologies, I played the intro for the wrong ad. I don't know, just misclicked, I guess. Nevertheless, we start the bottom of the first. Velker to lead us off, the man on the mound this afternoon, after a scoreless first inning for his defense. As he takes a strike number 1. We are underway here in the bottom of the first inning. Velker takes a strike 2. Late call from umpire behind the dish. Nevertheless, Velker falls behind 0-2 in the count. Velker takes ball 1. Velker coming in with a 344 batting average, which is third on the team. Staying alive here, 1-2 in the count. Here it is from Hellman. Popped up here behind the plate. Stays alive in the count, 1-2. Velker in the losing effort at bat, batting 333 with only 1 hit in the losing effort. the only hit of the game. Velker sends one up the chute. Pop makes the play, sends it over to Schroeder for the first out of the inning. And now Stefani, the junior captain, will step up, the man behind the dish this afternoon after Velker grounds out to Pop. One out here in this bottom of the first inning. Good start for the Huskies defense, grounding out one of the better batters in this Raiders offensive lineup, Cade Velker. First pitch of the at-bat. Nearly hits Stefani, but avoids it for the first ball. Stefani, like I mentioned, one of these 4 captains on this Raiders squad, coming in with a .350 batting average, the best on the team, and one of, my opinion, the best batter in this lineup. There's a shot to the center fielder, goes right past Doherty. Stefani rounding first, approaching second, and a double to start it. A great start for Stefani, and like I mentioned, one of these better batters in this lineup, and starts his day with a 1-out double. Now the junior Schaefer will step in looking to get him home, and an early start here for the Raiders. Velker grounded out to Pop, and now Stefani responds right back, sends one past Doherty's head out there in center field. Hellman checks over on Stefani. Schaefer delivers one to left field. Stefani rounding third. He's going to go all the way home. He is well safe. Schaefer is going to round second, looking for third. And the Raiders jump out to a 1-0 lead thanks to the 1-out RBI double from the junior Schaefer. What a start for the Raiders here. Back-to-back doubles. Stefani sending one out to center field. And Schaefer hits the right gap here in the infield to the left side and delivers an RBI double. Schaefer's 14th RBI on the season, which is second best on this Raiders team. Huskies looking to respond back. 1 out in the inning. Swinging strike number 1 for Pitson. 0-1 the count. 1 away with 1 aboard. Pitson looking to get Schaefer over there home on second base. Pitson, the losing effort on the mound on Tuesday as well. Looking to be a winning contributor here at the plate. Pitson looks a little out of place here at the plate to start it. 2 swinging strikes out of the zone to fall behind 0-2. Hellman checks on Schaefer twice. Here it is. A ball high for the first one in the at-bat. 1-2 the count with 1 away, 1 aboard, and 1 run here in this first inning for the Raiders. Swinging strike out for Pitson. Out number 2. Nice response after the RBI double from Schaefer. Keeps the lead at 1-0, and now Tegan Schley, the DH, this afternoon will step in. Coming in with a .346 batting average, second best on this Raiders squad. Looking to send a little 2-out rally and get his junior teammate, Colton Schaefer home. Extend this 1-run lead. Swinging strike 1. Schley falls behind 0-1 here in the count. 2 away in this bottom of the first. Hellman checks, delivers. Low and inside for a ball 1. Evens the count, 1-1 apiece. 1 aboard, 2 gone. 1-1 the count. Hellman checks on Schaefer. And Schley will call time. Saw something he didn't like and will decide to tell the home plate umpire. Give him time. Hellman on Schley. Here it is. Tipped and hits the fence right back. Right back by us, right in front of your screen. Don't see a lot of those, really. Those right directly back at us in front of your screen at home. Once again, make sure to tune in on the Facebook. I'll try to give you a shout out throughout the broadcast here. One-two to Schaefer, just misses outside, even the count at 2 apiece. 8 inches, says Mr. Jerry Kiel. That's very precise. I believe you. 2-2 count with 2 gone to the 5-hole hitter Schley. Here it is from Hellman. Foul tip here behind the dish. Stays alive. Schmidt hustles on over to get the ball for the home plate umpire. Hellman gets the sign. 2-2 to the junior Schley. Here it is. Ball high, and now we have a full count. Schley battling with the senior Hellman. Looking to inch this lead here by 1 run to get his teammate Schaefer here home. To add on to the already good start in this inning. Say ball 4 inside, and it's going to be a walk for Schley. Now 2 aboard with 2 gone. And now stepping up will be Owen Schmidt, the first baseman here this afternoon. A 276 batting average, 8 hits, 8 RBIs, and 3 doubles, which is 3rd on the team for this Raiders squad. Soccer 3-0, yeah. The Kiel girls soccer team taking on Valders over here to our left. Already an early 3-0 lead with 12 minutes in. Schmidt over here takes a ball 1. 2 aboard now for the senior Schmidt, starting at first base here this afternoon. A solid batter here all season. As Jacobs calls time, he's going to walk over to Hellman. Proud supporter of Raider Baseball, the Kiel Booster Club provides support for all students and all co-curriculars at Kiel High School. KBC raises funds through a variety of events, including the Kiel Triathlon, raffles uncorked, and concessions that financially support all co-curriculars while enhancing experiences and creating opportunities beyond KSC's budgetary contributions. Find out more info at kielboosterclub.com. Follow us on Facebook. Jacobs walks back after the mound visit. There's a low ball 3, and Schmidt very well ahead of the count here, 3-0 with 2 aboard. And the 3-0 rule here in baseball most likely will not swing at this one, but we'll see. There's a ball 4. Now the bases loaded, 2 gone after the 2-0 rally started from Schley. And now Ben Gross getting the start in the 7-hole spot for the Raiders. With the bases loaded, 2 gone away. Gross dealing with that injury to start the year, but now getting the start. Takes a inside strike number 1. Gross coming in with a 286 batting average, 4 strikeouts, 7 left on. Here's the 0-1 from Hellman. Pop up here in the infield. Looks like it's in play. It's going to be over to Zebel, making the play for the out number 3 to end the bottom of the first, but not after the Raiders scoring one will enter the top of the second. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
At On Point Financial Group, we offer a straightforward, holistic approach to building financial strategies focused on you, your schedule, your circumstance, and your objectives. Whether you are preparing for a milestone life event like retirement, sale of a business, or simply looking for financial protection for the future, On Point Financial Group promises to offer you a new level of attention, insight, and guidance.
At Bellin Health, we believe when part of you is injured, we have a part to play. Whether you're injured swinging for the fences or tending the hedges beside them, whether your goal is to play across the pond or star in Swan Lake, whether you're injured building strength or using your strength to build, our part is to provide no-cost injury consults no matter what part hurts. That's right, free of charge. Welcome to the Orthopedic Walk-In Injury Clinic at Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
Welcome back to Kiel High School. The Raiders jumping out to a 1-0 lead in that bottom of the first inning. And due up, it's going to be, to start it, Maxwell Hellman, led by Schroeder and Pop. They're in the 8-hole spot. To start it, now Velker, like I mentioned, man on the mound in this one, starts with a ball 1 to start the inning. Outside, 1-0 count to start this top of the second inning. A 1-0 lead for the Raiders squad. Hellman swings, follows it off, evens the count at 1 apiece. Max Hellman, the man on the mound this afternoon. The senior coming in .219 batting average. Here's the 1-1 from Velker. Just missed the zone. Ball 2. 2-1 count to Hellman. Schroeder on deck, followed by Pop in the hole. There's a strike 2 to even the count. 2-2 to Max Hellman. Velker looking for the sign, gets it. Here it is. Just missed the zone, ball 3, and a full count. Here, senior on senior, Velker to Hellman. (3-2). Hellman looking to start off a big inning here for the Huskies. Here it is. There's a shot to the junior Schaefer, scoops it up, makes the play to Schmidt. Schmidt applies the tag for the first out. Schaefer's throw forced Schmidt off the bag. Nevertheless, nice job putting the tag on for the senior Schmidt for the first out of this top of the second inning. And now stepping up will be number 2, Ben Schroeder, the senior, a .269 batting average for the senior. Another senior battle here in this top of the second. Inside for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-0 count with 1 away and 1 run for this Raiders squad. 1-0 to Schroeder on the way. Strike 1 evens the count at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Just misses inside, 2-1 the count. Schroeder in the winning effort against the Raiders on Tuesday batted .500 with a hit RBI and a sac bunt. There's a blooper out to the center fielder, Gross, who makes the play for the second out of the inning. Thought it maybe could drop out there in center field, but a nice hustle play for the lefty Ben Gross, who makes the play. And now stepping in will be number 17, the freshman Connor Pop. .235 batting average for the freshman on the year. Getting the start here this afternoon. taking a ball one from Velker. There's a strike number one, evens the count at one apiece. 1-1-2, the freshman pop. Velker pace. Flies one off to the left here. It's going to be a foul ball. Falls behind 1-2 in the count. Shout out to my mom and grandma listening in, driving over to Minnesota this afternoon. Going to spend a Mother's Day weekend with my aunt over living in Minnesota. 1-2 the count. Velker looking to put him away. Foul tip behind the dish, staying alive. Connor Pop coming into the season, 8 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. Looking to do damage and start a 2-out rally here in the top of the second. Velker, on the other hand, looking to put him away. Swinging, strike 3 to end the inning. We send you to the bottom of the second, a scoreless top of the second from the Huskies. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
The Lumberyard Brewery is now open. Guests are welcomed into the beautifully renovated 1920s brick building. With 12 craft beers and cocktails and a family-friendly environment, the Lumberyard is perfect for afternoons on the patios, evenings out, or as an event space for weddings, meetings, and celebrations of all sizes. Stop in for a pint and experience the historical charm of the Lumberyard Brewery in downtown Kiel. Follow them on Facebook for constant updates of their beer offerings.
Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holstein, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit your PFCU.
Welcome back to Kiel High School here from Kiel Raider Radio. Caden Milbrath, the junior, leading us off, followed by Lemieux and Velker. And it is a 1-0 lead for the Raiders here. A 1-run effort to start in the first inning, and now Milbrath, the junior, looking to do more damage, coming in with a 238 batting average on the year. 9 runs, 10 hits, 12 RBIs, which is best for third on the team. Bottom of the second here from Kiel High School. Hellman still on the mound. No surprise with the change. Only 1 run there in that first inning. Here we are, bottom of the second underway. Milbrath starts with a shot through the gap, past the shortstop Pop. Rounds first and a good start. No wasting time there for the junior Milbrath. And now Lemieux, the 9-hole hitter, rounding out this offensive lineup, will step up. Like I mentioned, getting that work in the cage before the game. Eager here to get a jump start here on this Thursday afternoon. Struggling from the plate, but looking to do damage here with 1 aboard. Hellman checks on his friend Milbrath. Max and Caden, good friends outside of the game of baseball. Lemieux on Hellman. Lemieux shows bunt. A strike 1 to start it. Tipped off Lemieux's bat behind the dish. 0-1 the count. Hellman checks over on Milbrath. Lemieux shows bunt again. And there's a strike number 2, quickly falling behind 0-2. The count to Lemieux. Senior on senior here with 1 aboard in the bottom of the second inning. Like I mentioned, Lemieux trying to turn it around here on the plate. Behind 0-2. Here it is. There's a fly to the right fielder, Schaefer. Makes the play. Milbrath will hustle on back to first. And the Huskies will get their first out of the inning. Lemieux pop out to the right fielder, Schaefer, and now we will come back to the beginning of this Raiders offensive lineup with the pitcher, Cade Velker, the senior captain. There's a dribbler to Hellman. Hellman's just going to go straight to first. Milbrath will advance, though, to second. Now 2 gone here in this bottom of the second. Velker advances Milbrath to second base. And now stepping in, Aaron Stefani got the first hit of the game, the double, and then Schaefer got him home with the RBI double. Nice stop behind the dish there from Owen Jacobs, preventing a stolen base over there from Milbrath on second. Stefani looking to get Milbrath home here. 1-0 the count. Here it is. A strike one to start the first strike at the at-bat. Evens the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 the count. Stefani coming in with 15 RBIs, which is 3rd in the conference and best on the team. A high ball number 2. 2-1 the count to Stefani. Picking the right pitch here to get his junior teammate Milbrath home. Hellman on Stefani. 2-1 the count. Here it is. Outside, missing the zone. Ball 3. 3-1 to this junior captain, Aaron Stefani. 14 hits, also leading the team as well. A great offensive weapon, as you saw, getting the leadoff double in that first inning. A dribbler to pop and goes right past him. Milbrath rounding third, looking like he's going to score, and the Raiders jump out to a 2-0 lead. The RBI single for the junior captain, and the Raiders out to a 2-0 lead. Stefani, a great start here from the plate. A double and now a single to start his game. And now the junior, Colton Schaefer, will step in, getting this game's first run there with the same guy on base here. Stefani home with a RBI 1-run double. Hellman checks over on Stefani. He's back in standing. Little 2-0 rally here for the Raiders and getting their second run of the game. Now Hellman on Schaefer here. A outside ball 1. 1-0 the count to Schaefer. Schaefer in the losing effort, batting .333 batting average. 1 run and 1 hit. 5 hits only as a team against the Huskies on Tuesday as he takes a ball 2, jumping ahead of the count 2-0. Mr. Jerry Kiel checking on the count over for the home plate umpire. Occasionally he'll have to go down and check on the score. Something from connection up here, perchance, maybe. Right, Mr. Velker? Yeah. Yeah. See, comes back up now. I think that was the last. 2-1, I was going to say. 2-1 count to Schaefer. Here it is from Hellman. Stefani's going to steal over there to second. The wheels from Stefani coming in play. And a stolen base for the captain. His 8th on the year. 2 behind Velker, who leads the team with 10. And now Stefani over on second. Schaefer leading the count here 3-1. Here it is from Hellman. There's a shot to the right side from Schaefer. He rounds first. Stefani rounding third. He will score. Colton Schaefer with a second RBI of the game. An RBI single, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 lead. Talk about a 2-out rally now. The Raiders lead 3-0 with 1 aboard now. Schaefer with a second RBI of the game and a 2-run second inning. And now the 4-hole hitter Hunter Pitson will step in for the Raiders squad. Schaefer and Stefani, both great starts here at the plate as Pitson, the captain, takes a ball 1. Great leadership from those 2-hole and 3-hole hitters, Stefani and Schaefer, getting the game's runs here in this one this afternoon. There's a ball 2. Hellman looking some struggle here in the second inning on the mound. Some balls are not consistent enough over the plate. Hellman checks on Schaefer. Here it is. Foul ball, the first strike of the at-bat. Hellman on Pitson, senior on senior. 3-0 our score, 2 away, 2-1 count with 1 aboard. Hellman agrees to the sign. He sets. Peeks over. Here it is. Pop out of play. Drops right to the left here, the press box. Could have came through the window here. I'm kidding. Yeah, he could have stuck an arm out and caught it. An ideal start here for this Raiders team through 2 innings already, 3 runs, jumping out to a big lead here against their rival New Holstein Huskies. There's a half swing from Pitson, and now a strike number 2, even in the count at 2 apiece. Hellman, a nice job battling back here on Pitson. 2 strikes with a target on his back here. Checks over on Schaefer. He sets. Checks the shoulder. Here it is. Swinging strike 3. It's going to be a drop ball strike. Jacobs hustling over. Off the bag, and Pitson is going to stand in there safe. Jacobs throws for Schroeder off the bag, and now 2 aboard here. And now Tegan Schley is stepping in to keep the 2-out rally going. There's going to be a coach's timeout here. Save the date and join us on Friday, July 25th, our 5th annual NEW Sports Radio Golf Outing. We've been able to support our broadcast students with a scholarship fundraiser where we've handed out over $3,000 in scholarships. Save the date, sign up, and join us from Wander Springs Golf Course on Friday, July 25th as we support our students. A second mound visit, I believe, for the Huskies. A coach is now 1, checking on the pitcher for this afternoon, Max Hellman. As he has given up 2 runs here in a 2-out rally for this Raiders offense with 2 aboard now and a 3-0 lead in their inventory. Now the DH sitting at the 5 spot in this Raiders lineup. Tegan Schley will step up. Here's Hellman. Takes a ball 1. Schley jumps ahead 1-0. A heck of a 2-0 rally here for this Raiders offense, getting 2 runs here in the second inning, combined with their one run in the first. A ball low and a stolen base for both of those runners out there in the infield. Pass ball behind Jacobs. Looked like it maybe hit his foot and bounced to the left of him. Advancing both Schaefer and Pitson. Runners at second and third. Schley up ahead in the count here, 2-0. Hellman looking to get out of the inning as well as Huskies defense. There's a pop out to the right fielder. Came 2 in on it for Schaefer. Schley trying to go second. He's going to be out, caught getting too aggressive. And it's going to be nevertheless 2 runs for this Raiders team, 5-0 as we enter the top of the third. We'll get more clarification here as we enter the third inning. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Most other things in life, the key to achieving your long-term financial objectives is preparation. Your goal may be to protect your family during your working years or guarantee your own retirement security. These things won't happen by accident. It is important to map out a strategy that will help you meet those goals. The good news is that it is never too late to start. Of course, preparing your financial future can be intimidating. Luckily, you do not have to do it alone. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agent, Todd Oleg. You can find Todd on the 300th block of Fremont Street in Kiel. Todd brings knowledge and expertise to help families and businesses in Kiel and surrounding communities achieve financial success. He looks forward to seeing you soon. Go Raiders!
Welcome back to Kiel High School. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio. Leading us off will be number 1, Connor Schaefer, starting in right field, followed by Doherty and Landon Floyd. We start the top of the third inning. The Raiders getting 4 runs there in that second inning. Schley with the 2-run effort. Good start for the Huskies after the 4-run inning response. Schaefer leads it off with a single. First pitch, hacking. And now it'll round back out to the top of the lineup for the Huskies. And it will be Colton Doherty, the junior. Good response for this Huskies squad, giving up 4 runs there in that past inning. Schaefer gets a potential big inning going for the Huskies. A foul ball here from Colton Doherty, a .352 batting average, second on this Huskies offense. Missing the zone, ball 1 to even the count. Girls soccer team leading 5-0, approaching halftime over there to the left. Looks like, speak of the devil, almost another goal. Thought it was going to be. And strike number 2 to Doherty. 1-2 the count to the junior. Velker gets the sign, sets. Checks over, and it's going to be a pickle. Schmidt over on Schaefer, applies the tag and gets him out. What a play for this Raiders defense. Getting the only man off the bases. Schaefer caught stealing for out number 1. It is a 2-2 count. I forgot. I accidentally cleared it up here as well. Swinging strike 3 to end. Not end the inning. What am I saying? 2 outs here. And now Zebel will step up 2 away after Schaefer was caught stealing. And what a start. We thought the response from Schaefer getting aboard with the leadoff single would start an inning for the Huskies, but it's in response. It's been the 2 quick outs from the Raiders defense. But there's a shot from Zebel to Floyd, not Zebel. Floyd, the single, first pitch hacking. It was Zebel up now. Zebel up. Floyd with the single, Zebel up now.
Batting for the Huskies, number 4, Parker Zebel. Floyd with the single.
Now Floyd with that first pitch single. Zebel will now step up. There's a ball missing the zone. First one of the at-bat. 2 outs, 1-0 the count with 1 aboard. Top of the 3rd inning from Kiel High School. Strike 1. Good pitch from the senior Velker, even in the count at 1-1. Floyd over there on first base. For your coach, Thompson, you're trying to get some early runners and some steals possibly to get your first run here this afternoon. Meanwhile, a second ball of the at-bat. Velker missing the zone. Velker checks another one, another pickle. Schaefer squeezes it. Pickle. Velker missed it. Stefani grabs it, and Floyd escapes back to first. What a sequence there. The second time that Velker's checked over, and those runners for the Huskies have tried to steal. This time it's going to be Floyd dancing his way back to first. Thought he had him a high throw from Schmidt over to Schaefer. Schaefer was close to getting Floyd out, but instead Floyd somehow standing over there on first. Great recognition, though, from Velker on the mound. There's a strike 2, evening the count. All 2s on the scoreboard. 2 outs, 2 strikes, and 2 balls. Velker looking to end the inning, put him away. Here it is. A shot to Milbrath, a diving effort. What a play. Makes the play at second. What a way to end the inning. Caden Milbrath ending this top of the 3rd inning. We'll step aside, bottom of the 3rd. Coming up next, you're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Kingbaum Services is a proud supporter of Raider football. Kingbaum Services specializes in concrete flatwork, including driveways, sidewalks, building slabs and patios, as well as stamped and decorative concrete. Reach out to Kingbaum Services at 920-946-3704 or email kingbaumservices@gmail.com for a free estimate on all of your upcoming concrete needs.
Sargento is now hiring general production roles starting at $24 an hour at their new location in Fond du Lac County. Award-winning benefits, tuition assistance, and a 401k plan that ranks among the top 1% in the U.S. Work for a leading national brand right in your community. Go to careers.sargento.com and apply today. Sargento, your passion, our.
Welcome back to Kiel Raider Radio. All Raiders here from Kiel High School, and we begin with Owen Schmidt, the senior, up to bat, led by the junior Gross and the junior Milbrath, who made an outstanding play to end that top of the 3rd inning. A new pitcher on the mound for the Huskies, Hellman giving up 5 runs, and it's going to be Colton Doherty, the junior, coming in with a 2.72 ERA, 3rd on the team. No wins, 2 losses, only 5 appearances on the season, giving up 15 hits, 11 runs, and 7 of those being earned. So definitely some potential that these Raiders can advance their lead here with a 5-run cushion in this bottom of the 3rd inning. But nevertheless, what a start for both ends for the Raiders. It has been all Raiders and nothing of this Huskies team to this point. They're looking to keep the lead where it's at as we enter the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third started as the Raiders girls soccer team giving their senior night presentation over there to the left. And Doherty's first pitch of this appearance is a strike. Schmidt on Doherty. Senior to junior. 0-1 start to this bottom of the third. Doherty looking to keep this lead where it's at, but delivering a well outside ball one, evening the count. 1-1 the count to the senior Schmidt. 276 batting average for the senior. Here's the 1-1. There's a shot out to right field to Schaefer. Trouble for Schaefer, and Schmidt's going to round first. On his way to second. Puts on the wheels and sliding into second for a double. His fourth one of the season. And what a start for this Raiders team. It is all Kiel here from Kiel High School. And now Gross will step in with a pencil bat. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that, like, ever. He has, really? I've never noticed that. It just stood out on the at bat. He's looking to do some damage here with his fellow teammate Schmidt, putting on the wheels with the leadoff double. Taking a ball one from Doherty. One aboard, no gone, and one ball in the at-bat. Doherty checks, delivers. There's a shot to left center field, both coming in on it, but it's going to be Floyd out there making the play for the first out of the inning. And now Milbrath will step in with a reset count. One aboard with one gone here in the third inning. Milbrath with that heck of a play to end that top of the third inning. The diving play from second base, putting the tag on the physical base, not the player, but the base, while still on the ground. Keeping this 5-0 lead where it's at. There's a shot. Fair ball to the left side. Floyd chasing in on it. Jerry's going to score. Milbrath diving in on second. He is safe, and a 6-0 lead for this Raiders team. Snuck by the left side, and now Doherty giving up his first run here in this one. Now Coach Thompson, I believe, checking in on the home plate ump. Thought it was a foul ball, but it snuck by the left side here. Nevertheless, a 6-run lead here for the Raiders in this bottom of the third inning. A 1-run RBI double for the junior Milbrath, and that will step up Edward Lemieux. We talk about a solid Raiders lineup. You just saw the 8-hole hitter junior Caden Milbrath send a 1-run double, sitting at the 8th spot in this lineup. A solid lineup all across for the Raiders. Takes a ball one in the dirt. Jumping ahead 1-0 in the count. Looking to get the junior Milbrath home over there from second. Keep advancing this lead. It has been all Raiders in this one this afternoon. Takes a hacking strike number one. Didn't have much control over the swing, in my opinion. 1-1 the count. Low for ball two. 2-1 to the senior Lemieux. Mentioned he was getting that working in the cages before. He's coming in with a 167 batting average, 5 hits, only 4 RBIs, and 8 strikeouts on the year. So definitely some improvement to be made there from the plate, and he's looking to do so. As he swings in the dirt for the strike number 2. Evens the count 2-2 from Doherty. Misses the zone. Full count now to Lemieux. Doherty relieving Hellman, the starter, in this one after he gave up 5 runs there in the first 2 innings. A tip. Keeping the count where it's at 3-2. A 6-0 girls soccer lead over there at halftime. Senior night over there to our left. Outside for a walk for Lemieux. Gets aboard anyway on, as they say. And now it rounds back up to the top of the order. Cade Velker with 2 aboard and only 1 gone here in this bottom of the 3rd. He's looking to do lots of damage. Hasn't had necessarily the ideal start he might want at the plate, but on the mound he has been great. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Takes a strike 1. Lowe's falls behind in the count 0-1. A low strike number 1. That's what I was putting to words. Here it is. Outside, even the count 1-1. 1-1 with 2 aboard and 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Velker gets the sign from Coach May over there on 3rd. Spectacular start for his squad here in this one this afternoon. There's a shot over to the left side. Right over to that Valders bench. Yeah, maybe just missed someone there, because it bounced right by someone. And good call-outs from Mr. Velker up here. Good eye for a ball number 2. 2-2 the count with 1 away. 2 aboard, bottom of the 3rd. Velker looking to do damage. Here's the 2-2, protecting. Curveball, strike 3. A nice pitch from Doherty to get this second out of the inning. Keep those 2 runners where they're at and send Velker back to the bench. And now Stefani, who has had a spectacular night from the plate. 2 hits with his 3rd trip here coming up. As I hear his dad, I think he said, think right, maybe. Yeah. Trying to get the defense to shift here with 2 aboard. Takes a looking ball 1. I shouldn't say looking ball 1. Takes a ball. You look at balls. You look at either strikes or swing. Takes a ball 1. 1-0 count. A ball 2 in the dirt. Milbrath's going to hustle on over to 3rd. He's going to be safe standing. Great hustle from Milbrath, and it'll advance Lemieux to 2nd as well. Milbrath has had a heck of a game so far to this point as well. Out there in the dirt, making plays on the defensive end, and his wheels stealing the bags as well. I thought Jacob's throw got him there. I don't know. He beat it? Yeah, under it. Coach Thompson's going to go talk to the bases umpire. Didn't agree with the call. Real Logistics has become a reputable freight brokering service. Our team is up for every job managing transportation needs with the skill and expertise that our customers have come to expect. Individual attention, personal responses, caring attitudes, and sincere appreciation for our business partners remains the core of our success. We value the opportunity to earn your trust in business each and every day. Real Logistics, a proud supporter of the Kiel Raiders. Some discussion here between the two umpires here this afternoon. And it's going to be a out number 3. After a discussion, Milbrath is called out over there on third, so that will end this bottom of the third, not after the Raiders adding one more run onto their 6-run lead. Entering the fourth, you're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
You looking for someone to build you your new house, or maybe remodel your old aging home? Maybe you need some small work done, like installing a storm door or a new window. Those little home improvements that you just can't find the time for, or maybe you just don't know how. Well, Albright Again Home Improvements has you covered, where no job is too small. If interested, give us a call at 920-894-7507 or shoot us an email at albrightagainllc@yahoo.com. Located in Kiel, call Albright Again Home Improvements for all your home improvement needs.
Welcome back to Kiel Raider Radio here from Kiel High School. Huskies up to bat as we enter the top of the fourth inning. The Raiders lead at 6 runs. And to start a potential inning that the Huskies really need here on the offensive end, no runs on the board. It'll be the junior Schmitz to lead us off, followed by the senior Jacobs. And in the hole, we have the senior Hellman, who started on the mound and was taken out after giving up 5 runs on the defensive end. Some late discussion from the two umpires. Milbrath caught stealing in the end over at third base. And it'll be Schmitz to start a desperation inning here for the Huskies. A 6-run lead for this Raiders squad. Already through 3 innings here from Kiel High School. Schmitz first pitch hacking. Pitson makes the play, sends it over to Schmidt for a quick first out. Good start for the Raiders defense, and it will be 5-3 to start it. Had a quick think of the numbers. And now stepping up will be Jacobs in the 5-hole hitter, the senior, taking a strike number 1. Everything perfect to this point here for the Raiders. Great game plan executed to this point. Swinging strike 2. Falls behind 0-2 in the count. The catcher, senior Owen Jacobs. Third on the team in batting average with a .324. Swinging strike 3. Velker, a 3-pitch strikeout. Second out here in this top of the fourth, and a cruising start for this Raiders defense. We've seen this theme throughout. I'm not going to say anything, but ideal start, a 6-run lead. Chilton falling short. Schmidt with the play over in the right side, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Raiders, keeping the score where it's at 6-0, bottom of the fourth. Incoming, you're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Looking to replace the living room floor? Do you want to update the bathroom? Call Nodler Tile and Flooring. Whether it's a walk-in shower or renovating the backsplash, switching to hardwood, or already installing carpet, Nodler has you covered. Or you can now visit their showroom, Signature Flooring, and more. This new showroom is for everyone from flooring installers to DIYers. Find the flooring you need to complete your new kitchen or an updated bathroom by visiting Signature Flooring and more, located next to Dollar General in Kiel. Nodler Tile and Flooring has you covered from installation to selection to tool rental. Call Ryan today at 920-286-6041 for all of your flooring needs.
Welcome back to Kiel Raider Radio, 1-2-3, top of the fourth inning. As now Aaron Stefani will lead off this bottom of the fourth, followed by the junior Schaefer and the senior Pitson. A 6-0 lead here for the Raiders. Bottom of the fourth incoming here from Kiel High School. Doherty still on the mound here for this Huskies defense. Looking to keep the score where it's at, but the Raiders looking to keep their stout offensive performance to this point. And one of the men who has done it, the junior captain Stefani, with 2 hits, was up after Milbrath was caught stealing over at third, and a late call from the 2 officials here this afternoon. Bottom of the 4th, we start at Doherty against Stefani. Underway, and we start with a low ball 1 to start the inning. He's junior Doherty on the junior Stefani. There's a ball 2. Yep, 2-0. 2-0 the count to this junior Stefani. You can see some chatter from the Raiders dugout. There's definitely been some talk in this one. I saw Schmidt look over at the Huskies bench after he made the out last inning. There's a tough play over to Schmitz. Stefani just short of the bag. Nice play from Schmitz to Schrader for the first out of the inning. Not an easy play to make for the junior Schmitz. Had to get in front of it and chuck it all over the way over to Schrader. Nevertheless, the first out of the inning, and it will send up the 3-hole hitter, the junior, Colton Schaefer. Takes a ball 1 to start the at-bat, and with none aboard here. Yeah, having some troubles up here. We got 1 ball, just so you know. Trying to help you out. There's a shot from Schaefer out to left field. Floyd chasing back. It is gone. A solo shot for Schaefer. Adding on to the 6-run lead. 7 runs now for the Raiders as their whole squad lines up for Schaefer over at home plate. Schaefer with his first home run of the season, adding on to now this 7-run lead for the Huskies. Doherty with his first home run given up this season, and nothing going right for this Huskies team so far. And now the 4-hole hitter will continue to look to do more damage in this bottom of the 4th inning. Already a 7-run lead after a 7-run winning effort from the Huskies on Tuesday. And if you are Doherty, the man on the mound over there, you just got to settle down, throw some strikes, try to just immobilize this damage here. Strike number 1 evens the count at 1 apiece. All ones on the scoreboard, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior captain Pitson. We've really seen this game speed up to the Raiders' liking here so far in this one. 1-2 the count. Here it is. Hacking swing. Jacobs chasing in on it. Makes a nice play for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice play from the senior Jacobs behind the dish here this afternoon. Gets the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th, and now the DH Schley will step aboard. He and I were talking, went to the Kalahari on Wednesday, ACT trip. He was one of the people who went. We're talking about the game on Tuesday, just lots of areas we talked, and yeah, just not a great game, but a great response here in this Thursday afternoon as they lead 7-0. Mrs. Schley, not 2 strikes, I'm sorry, 2 balls. No strikes with 2 gone here in this bottom of the 4th. Swinging strike 1. Doherty, nice response, gets his first strike of the at-bat. Kiel leading 8-0 over there with in the 51st minute of action. Swinging strike 2 from Schley, evens the count at 2 apiece. One thing this Raiders team can't do, though, is let up, because this Huskies team will respond. They're a great team, tied for top of the conference right now. Full count to the junior Schley. A loaded scoreboard over there to the left. Nearly hits Schley. Instead, he will take a walk. 1 aboard. Still 2 gone, and we've seen plenty of 2-out rallies here in this point. The Raiders looking to do more here with 1 aboard. Anyway, on they say, and Schley, I believe that's his second walk here this afternoon. So he is proving the theory of anyway on. Doherty nearly picks off Schley. Instead, he's in there standing. Barely standing. And now Schmidt, the 6-hole hitter, stepping in. Has had a few pickoffs there over at first base in this one this afternoon. 3, but I believe in counting. So he takes a looking strike 1. A looking strike, not a looking ball, as I said before. Falls behind 0-1 in the count. They're going to send. He's in there standing. Looked like a bobbled ball over at second. Schley going to get overboard there on second for his 3rd stolen base of the year. Looked like Zebel, I believe, didn't have the ball fully in his gloves, so umpire calls Schley over there safe at second. Nevertheless, an 0-2 count, though, to Schmidt. Here it is. Just misses the zone. Home plate umpire shakes his head. Doherty looking to get out of this inning, keep the lead where it's at. Keep the deficit where it's at. Nice stop behind the dish from Jacobs. Two count to Schmidt. Doherty checks, delivers. There's a shot to the shortstop. Pop, bobbles it. Schmidt hustling over to first. Low ball, but instead it's going to be scooped up. Nice play from Schrader over there on first to end the inning. Your Raiders adding on to the lead thanks to the solo shot from the junior Schaefer. Top of the 5th. Incoming, you're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Are you looking for a great atmosphere and great food? Look no further than the Gravel Pit in Kiel. Try one of our great weekly specials. $2.25 burgers on Tuesdays, Chef's Choice on Wednesdays, pick a wrap and fries for $10 on Tuesdays, and get yourself a steak sandwich and fries or maybe a perch basket with fries or potato salad before Raider football on Friday nights. And finish off your week with a crispy chicken sandwich and fries for just $10 on Saturdays. Call 920-894-8493 for details. That's 920-894-8493. The Gravel Pit, located just outside of Kiel on Highway 57.
Welcome back to Kiel Raider Radio, a 7-0 cushion here for the Raiders as we enter the start of the 5th inning. We start it with the senior Ben Schrader, followed by number 17, the freshman Connor Pop, and rounding it out at the 9-hole spot, number 1, the sophomore Connor Schaefer.
Leading off for the Huskies, number 2, Ben Schrader.
Huskies, a desperate inning needed here. 5th inning, and with the Raiders offense to this point. They could easily score 3 runs and run roll this Huskies team, no doubt. Not looking ahead, though, but we started with Schrader looking to get a big inning started. Velker, first pitch of the inning. First pitch hacking right away over to the junior Milbrath. Makes the play to Schmidt for a quick first out. First pitch swinging for Schrader. And a first out here in the top of the 5th. Connor Pop, the freshman, will now step in. Yeah, it's been really the opposite. New Holstein finding all the gaps on Tuesday, and then now here today, it's been the vice versa. Raiders finding all the gaps where New Holstein, nothing going here on the offensive end. Schaefer going back from the shortstop position out there in shallow left for the second out. A quick first out and a quick second out. And now the sophomore Schaefer will step in with 2 quickly out here in this 5th inning. Connor Schaefer with a 125 batting average, only 5 runs, 3 hits, and 4 sack bunts. With that 9-hole spot, we saw Kienbaum in there as well. That's kind of the glue of your offensive lineup. You make those sack flies, those sack bunts. Milbrath, a diving play to end the inning. Made some incredible plays there on the defensive end, and that will end the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th on the way. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Real Logistics was born in October of 2016 to support the growth and expanding needs of our customers. Real Logistics LLC has become a reputable freight brokerage service. Our team is up for every job, managing transportation needs with the skill and experience our customers have come to expect. We want our customers to be satisfied with our work, which is why we provide open communication channels throughout the duration of each load move. Real Logistics started as a family-owned business, and those values still hold true across the organization today. Individual attention, personal responses, caring attitudes, and sincere appreciation for our business partners remains the core of our success. We value the opportunity to earn your trust and business each and every day. Real Logistics, a proud supporter of Raider football.
Welcome back to Kiel High School. You are listening to Kiel Raider Radio, and you see a 7-0 lead for the Raiders. And to start here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be the junior Gross, followed by the junior Milbrath, and rounding out in the 9-hole spot, the senior Lemieux. Like I mentioned, a 7-run cushion here in this bottom of the 5th, and it has been all Raiders here this afternoon. Girls soccer closing in on a victory as well. They lead at 10-0 there with a minute to play with the 60-minute run rule in effect. An ideal senior night for them as they their next game, let's think. On Monday, it'll be the broadcast. Me and hopefully Joe Niles possibly on the call. They take on Notre Dame Academy, a very tough team. That'll be a great game. Hopefully on Monday, we'll be on air for that one. Me and either Joe Niles or maybe Troy Sager, still figuring it out.
All right, Troy.
Yeah. Broadcasted with me on Tuesday in the 0-0 draw against the Falcons. But here we start the bottom of the 5th with the junior Gross hitting one into foul territory for the first strike of the at-bat. Gross, I mentioned earlier, dealing with that injury in the beginning of the season, but has really shaped his way up, getting the starting spot here today, and he has had a solid outing to this point. Nevertheless, though, falling behind 0-2 here in the count. Looking to protect 0-2 the count. Doherty still the man on the mound. Here it is. A ball one in the dirt. Some chatter from that Raiders bench. Love to hear it. You do love to hear it. That's part of the fun of baseball. You get to have some fun with your boys and some chatter from the dugout. There's a low ball, number 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. An 0-2 start, but now a 2-2 from Doherty. There's a shot to the center fielder. Makes the play. Floyd over there in center field for out number 1. A nice shot from Gross, but nevertheless a desperate out for the Huskies to start this bottom of the 5th. 1 away will send up the junior Milbrath, who has had an outstanding game here this afternoon, making plays on the defensive end and having a solid outing from the plate. Takes an outside ball, number 1. Brandon texted me doing the game over there. A 5-0 lead for the Huskies softball team. In, let's see, looks like maybe the 6th inning. I have my binoculars here. Let's see if I can scope it out. 6th inning. Oh, you ruined the fun. I was gonna look over. 6th inning indeed. A 2-0 count to Milbrath. There's a shot to the left side. Hits at the warning track. Bounces up. It's going to be a ground rule double for Caden Milbrath. Had the length to get out of here, but instead a great ground rule double, and it will send up the senior Lemieux with 1 away here in the 5th. And it's going to be another mound visit for Coach Corbin Thompson for this Husky squad. Preparing for your financial future can be intimidating. Luckily, you do not have to do it alone. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agents, Todd Olick and Stacy Schweitzer. Call them at 920-894-2244 or find them at their joint office on the 300 block of Fremont Street in Kiel. Todd and Stacy together bring the knowledge and expertise to help families and businesses in Kiel and surrounding communities achieve financial success. They look forward to seeing you soon. Sawyer Smith now didn't get the start at all here in this game. Number 6 for the Huskies, now replacing the junior Doherty, who replaced the senior Hellman. 2 pitching changes here for this Huskies defense. Smith coming off the bench, like I mentioned. Only 2 appearances on the year with a 1.91 ERA and only 3.2 innings pitched on the season. And he will start with the stealthy senior Edward Lemieux, looking to turn his batting performance this season around. You got him. He's number 6, Sawyer Smith, the sophomore. Not on the not on the roster. Max Preps he was. Thanks for Max Preps. Thank you, Max Preps. Sometimes it is clutch, and sometimes it's not. But
sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you.
I like that. That's. Yeah, I will use that. I will use that. A final over there from the girls' soccer game, 12-0 in 60. Beating the Valders Vikings. Like I mentioned, they now move on to Monday to take on Notre Dame Academy, a great program in general, and a great soccer team. And now the man on the mound now for the Huskies is going to be the sophomore Sawyer Smith, replacing Doherty, the junior. So he gets his warm-up pitches, a man on board as well. Over there on second, it'll be Milbrath. And now Lemieux up to hit. Looking to add on to this lead here in this 5th inning. And Sawyer Smith dealing with 1 out here for this defense. Here we go. Lemieux stepping up with 1 away. And now the new man on the mound, Smith, in his way. Lemieux takes a low ball 1. One 0 the count to start to the senior Lemieux. Milbrath standing over there on second. Smith checking over on Milbrath. Here it is. Pop up in play to Smith. He will make the play. Check over on Milbrath for the second out of the inning. And now we will take you back to the top of the order with the senior Cade Velker, who's had a great outing on the mound. And also a great performance up to hit. Smith gets the sign, checks over on second. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1. On the count, 2 away to the senior captain, Cade Velker. Ball upstairs to even the count, 1 apiece. With Stefani over there on deck with his shin pads, the catcher for this afternoon. Smith checks on Milbrath 3 times, 4 times. Here it is. A dribbler over to Schrader, who makes the play, 3rd out of the inning, and that ends the 5th inning. 7-0 still your score from Kiel High School. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Smoking good ribs, wings, and pizza. Parker John's. Sides made from scratch. Hickory smoked meats, yeah. Parker John's. Come on down to Parker John's for pizza or barbecue. Smoking daily just for you. We got smoking good ribs, wings, and pizza. Parker John's. I see you down there, it's the place to meet ya. Parker John's. Parker John's.
At On Point Financial Group, we offer a straightforward, holistic approach to building financial strategies focused on you, your schedule, your circumstance, and your objectives. Whether you are preparing for a milestone life event like retirement, sale of a business, or simply looking for financial protection for the future, On Point Financial Group promises to offer you a new level of attention, insight, and guidance.
Welcome back to Kiel High School. You are listening to Kiel Raider Radio. We enter the beginning of the 6th inning, a 7-0 lead for the Raiders, and to start it for the Huskies offense, it will be the second reliever pitcher, the junior Colton Doherty, led by the other junior Landon Floyd, followed by Parker Zebel, the sophomore. And here we go from the beginning of the 6th inning with a 7-run cushion for this Kiel Raiders baseball team. Velker, first pitch of the inning on the way. Outside for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-0 the count to the junior Colton Doherty, the second reliever here for the defensive end for the Huskies. Cracks one out of play. First strike of the at-bat. Evens the count at 1. Doherty with the second best batting average on the team entering this one today. A swinging strike 2. Velker ahead of the count. 1-2. Getting the sign. Here it is. Misses the zone. Evens the count 2 apiece. An inch, you say this time. Okay. Okay. Last time you said, what, 8 inches? Okay. I remembered. There's a dribbler to the left side. Coach Thompson will scoop it up, send it back to Velker. 2-2 remains the count. Doherty staying alive here in the at-bat against the senior captain Velker. And Velker, on the other hand, looking to put him away. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 3 and a strikeout to end the inning for Velker, the first out here in this top of the 6th. And that will send up the second batter in this lineup, Landon Floyd, the junior. One of a few juniors on this Husky squad, others being Schmitz and Doherty. A trio of juniors. There's a pop out. Velker quickly jumps ahead 0-2 to Floyd. Played against Floyd in basketball this season. Will be there once again next year, assuming he doesn't quit. I assume he wouldn't. Pretty good athlete, in my opinion. 0-2 misses outside the zone. First ball of the at-bat to Floyd. Once again, the Raiders were supposed to play on Friday, but it was canceled. Reedsville game, I was told before this one started. They will take on Port Washington on Saturday. Nice hustle from Stefani behind the dish, shaking his head, but nevertheless sends it over to Schmidt for the second out of the inning and a strikeout for Velker. Drop third strike. Good hustle there from Floyd, but even better hustle from the junior Stefani. 2 away here in this top of the 6th inning. 7-0 your score here from Kiel High School. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Gross out in center field. He's going to let it drop shallow center field. And a hit for Parker Ziebel. And Schmidt's now stepping in for the Huskies, the cleanup hitter. Still, the Huskies seeking for their first run here in this one this afternoon. Velker checks over on first. Here it is. A dribbler to Pitson. He steps into it, makes the play to Schmidt for the final out of the inning. Top of the 6th complete here from Kiel High School. Score still where it's at, 7-0. Bottom of the 6th incoming. You're listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
The Lumberyard Brewery is now open. Guests are welcomed into the beautifully renovated 1920s brick building. With 12 craft beers and cocktails and a family-friendly environment, the Lumberyard is perfect for afternoons on the patios, evenings out, or as an event space for weddings, meetings, and celebrations of all sizes. Stop in for a pint and experience the historical charm of the Lumberyard Brewery in downtown Kiel. Follow them on Facebook for constant updates of their beer offerings.
With over 15 years of experience, Dynamic Heating and Cooling is the only call you need to make for your air conditioner, furnace, air handler, boiler, or ductless system needs. They offer free estimates so you know exactly what to expect when they come to your temperature rescue. Call 920-838-5599 for your heating and cooling needs. Dynamic Heating and Cooling supports your Kiel Raiders.
Welcome back to Kiel Raider Radio here from Kiel High School. A 7-0 lead to this point still for the Raiders. And their offense starts with the junior captain, Stefani, followed by the junior Schaefer and the senior captain, Hunter Pitson. Bottom of the 6th here from Kiel, Wisconsin. An outstanding effort here for the Raiders to this point, and it's been nothing going here for this Husky squad to this point. And Stefani looking to add on to the damage. 3 runs would walk this one off here from Kiel. But he has had a great game overall, but especially from the plate. Starting the game's first hit off with a double, and Schaefer getting him home with an RBI double. Smith, first pitch of the at-bat. Misses the zone for the first ball. 1-0 to Stefani. Here it is. In the dirt, a ball number 2. Sawyer Smith, the sophomore, falls behind the 2-0 count to Stefani. A slow pace here to start it for the sophomore. Misses the zone. In the dirt once again, 3-0 count to Stefani. Coach Thompson over there trying to just get Smith to throw some strikes here after he past 2 pitches have been in the dirt. There's a nice pitch for the first strike. Batters rule Stefani didn't swing at it. Up 3-0 in the count. Haven't been looking at the Facebook too much, but feel free to tune in here as we get closer to the end of this one. There's a shot from Stefani out to the center fielder. Floyd who makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Now Schaefer will step in with 1 away here in this bottom of the 6th inning. As I look over at the Facebook, let's see who has tuned in. Missy Cordes says, "Go Kiel." Don't know how long ago that was, but 2 viewers on the Facebook. Appreciate you tuning in. Now it is Schaefer with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Takes a strike 1. Mr. Kiel doesn't agree with it up here. I could just say that. Nevertheless, Schaefer falls behind 0-1. A ball in the dirt evens the count. One away with a 1-1 count here in the bottom of the 6th. Smith taking his time up there on the mound, trying to find his groove and his pace. With only his 3rd appearance on the mound this season. There's a shot from Schaefer out to center field. Floyd chasing after. Behind him, back at the warning track. Schaefer around second, and he is in there with a 1-out double for the Raiders offense. And now the cleanup hitter, Pitson, will step in. He's had a great game, making plays in the field and also making plays by the plate. Checking the YouTube stream as well. Smith checks over. Misses the zone. Ball number 1. 7 watching on the YouTube. A 1-out double for Schaefer. Steps up Hunter Pitson. Swings on over to the left. Hits the fence over here to the left of your screen. Around the EWC today, we had Chilton and Roncalli. Great series there this week. Chilton took the first game of the series 4-3 at their place. Brilliant Sheboygan Falls playing today as well. Brilliant beat them 5-0 in the first game as well. Valders TR. Valders beating TR 6-0 in the first game. There's a ball 2 in the dirt to Pitson. Wisports said TR Valders was canceled, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, Wisports is always lying. Last time it said there was a canceled game and it wasn't. Craig was here as well and was watching it. Pitson sneaks one by the third baseman. Schaefer will score, adding on the lead to 8 runs and an RBI single for Pitson. And Schley, the DH, will now step in, looking to add on to the 8-run lead. Schmidt's over there on third, just couldn't get in front of it and sneaks past the third base line to now send up the junior, Tegan Schley, with 1 aboard and 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Smith checks over on Pitson. He's in there standing. Bottom of the 6th, 1 gone, 1 aboard, and an 8-0 lead for your Kiel Raiders. Once again, feel free to tune into the Facebook during some dead time here in this one. 3 viewers on the Facebook. We haven't seen a Mr. Miller comment, but I believe he's in attendance this afternoon. Could be wrong. Yeah, he's making an appearance. He doesn't make many of those. Glad to see him out, though. I don't know. He just told me. I think he told me today he was going to be here. Because I asked him if he was going to watch the stream, and he said, no, I'll be there. So I assume he's here. Mrs. Schley. They're in the right batter's box for a ball 2. Smith really trying to drag this game on here. It's a slower pace compared to Doherty and Hellman, the 2 others on the mound this afternoon. Schley, ball 3. Way ahead in the count here, 3-0 with Pitson over there on first. If I sped through an ad read, I bet I could get one in during just 1 pitch. All right. Quick speed through it, and I could do it. I think I could do it. Pitson getting a big lead over there on first. That's going to be a walk for Schley, and now 2 aboard. In this bottom of the 6th inning, Kiel trying to inch past this one, get 2 more runs, and they walk it off here from Kiel. And with 1 away, Schmidt will now step up, and another mound visit for Coach Thompson with number 6, Sawyer Smith. About our 3rd or 4th mound visit here for the Huskies. Thompson looking to kind of just like coaching up Smith over there, was showing him some technique there on the mound. Nevertheless, Smith will still be the man on the mound. 1 away here in this bottom of the 6th inning with 2 aboard. Pitson over on second and Schley over on first. They will now bring up the 6-hole hitter for the Raiders, Owen Jerry Schmidt. Owen takes ball number 1. Raiders all gears here this afternoon, but they look ahead to Port Washington on Saturday. And their next conference series being Brillion next week. They start it here on the 13th. We'll be live with that one. And then they go at Brillion on Thursday, May 15th. And they finish out the conference race against Two Rivers the following week. And then wrapping up their season on the 23rd of May against Kewaskum. 3-0 count to Owen Schmidt, looking to get the bases loaded here. There's a strike one. Saw a pattern. Smith goes down 3-0, then delivers a strike right away. Was against Schley, and now Schmidt. Three won the count. Smith on Schmidt. Here it is. Misses the zone, loads the bases up. And now with Ben Gross stepping up, he has a chance to walk this game off. All runners in scoring position. Desperate here for 2 runs to end this ball game. And with 3 struggling pitchers we've seen here this afternoon, the Raiders have just been all facets from the get-go. Swinging strike one. Wanted a lot of that there with his pencil bat. Never noticed it until today. I really haven't. That's interesting. Just stands out today for some reason. Probably with that beautiful sun gleaming down over in right field. There's a shot to the left fielder. Bobbles it. Pitson's going to score. Schaefer will score, and that is going to do it, folks. A run rule here in the 6th inning to end it. Your final, Kiel 10, New Holstein 0. We'll step aside, take a break, bring you the post-game show. You are listening to Kiel Raider Radio.
Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holstein, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com.
Kingbaum Services is a proud supporter of Raider football. Kingbaum Services specializes in concrete flatwork, including driveways, sidewalks, building slabs and patios, as well as stamped and decorative concrete. Reach out to Kingbaum Services at 920-946-3704 or email kingbaumservices@gmail.com for a free estimate on all of your upcoming concrete needs.
I welcome you to Kiel High School, your Kiel Raider Radio, the final. Here, your Raiders 10, the Huskies 0. And after losing a tough game on Tuesday, the Raiders bounce back here on a Thursday afternoon, beating the Huskies 10-0 while losing 7-1 on Tuesday, and they split the 2-game series here this week. Like I mentioned multiple times throughout the broadcast during the dead time, they now take on Port Washington on Saturday. Brandon and I will be live on the call once again. Feel free to tune in. We will be glad to have you. And for the Huskies, on the other hand, they will take on Campbell Sport at their place on Saturday as well. 2 p.m. start time for the Raiders. It is an 11 a.m. start time. Well, we've seen a pattern for the Raiders. They've fallen short now 3 times in the first game against conference opponents, those being Roncalli, Chilton, and now New Holstein. And then the second game bouncing back and winning in the second game of the series. Roncalli 3-0 in the second game. Chilton 11-2, and now New Holstein 10-0 here this afternoon. Some notable contributors for the win here this afternoon. Aaron Stefani, great game at the plate. Colton Schaefer with the solo shot, his first one of the season. Caden Milbrath had a great game on defense, but also at the plate as well. Hunter Pitson, 18th birthday yesterday. Some other birthdays, as Mr. Velker announces. But from here, we are all complete. The Raiders 10, New Holstein 0. I'm Miles Detroit. This has been a presentation of Kiel Raider Radio. We will see you Saturday morning for more Kiel Raider baseball.